Jigneshbhai, I came to know that you have sold your profitable business.
Any money that you are earning from Bab Dharma, like not violence or something, that money, it looks good to you, but...
So what was that violence that happened in that business?
So that's what exactly I was saying.
Whatever training, discipline you learned from Gurukul, you acquired from the Gurukul, how is it helping you in your business life?
Very good question, Swamiji, because...
So were you getting support from your family?
Yes, I got support from my family, full support from my family, but...
How your Gurukul journey began?
Our district has no farming. We are all farmers, not too good condition. This is the Gurukul is the one that the 365 rupees a yearly fees that time, and that is the reason that I did go into Gurukul.
So after leaving Gurukul, were you continuing or Gurukul Sanskar, or what was your turning point?
So when I left from Gurukul, because of my background was hard.
Parents sometimes hesitate, not just because Gurukul is so much strict, but because they can't live without their children. So for such kind of hesitant parents, what would you like to say?
They want to get their kids succeed in the life, realize. They don't need to protect them. Then you put him to Gurukul, Swaminarayan Gurukul. And the reason is that...
How Swamiji's strictness impacted discipline in your life?
Someone can motivate you for one day, but motivation cannot give you a success. The success comes from discipline.
Which was those such emotional moments with saints, with Swamijis that still you remember?
See, that time, Swamiji, when I was doing study, I don't have that much emotions attached that time. After I come to US and Swamiji comes back to US and Swamiji changed lives completely. I can say, if Swamiji doesn't come, then it might be we are not. Sorry.
Jai Swaminarayan. My dear Gurukul alumni, success makes noise, whereas values create echoes. Welcome to Gurukul Podcast. Echoes of Gurukul values. This is not a podcast about success. This is a Gurukul podcast, which is about sanskar, values that makes success meaningful. Today we are very much delighted to host Sri Jigneshbhai Domadia. He is a proud Gurukul alumni, a devotee, a donor, a successful businessman based in US, and a parent whose son is currently studying at Sri Swaminarayan Gurukul International School, Bangalore. Actually, today we are very happy to host Jigneshbhai Domadia. He is a two-generation Gurukulite. He was studying in Sri Swaminarayan Gurukul Rajkot, which was established in 1948, around 75 plus years completed. And his son, Om Domadia, currently he is studying at Sri Swaminarayan Gurukul International School, Bangalore. We are hosting two-generation Gurukulite today in our first podcast. In the conversation with Jigneshbhai Domadia, today we are going to explore his inspiring journey about his Gurukul life, how Gurukul shaped his life, shaped his future and destiny, about his success, about his Seva stories, and most importantly, as a parent, despite living in USA Phoenix, why did he choose Sri Swaminarayan Gurukul for his son's education? So my dear Gurukul alumni, let us draw inspiration from his life and let us develop ourselves as a true Gurukulite, as a true Gurukul alumni. So let's begin. Jai Swaminarayan Jignesh
Jai Swaminarayan Swamiji.
First of all, welcome you to our first Gurukul podcast. This is our first Gurukul podcast, my dear alumni, my dear parents. Many of you have studied in Sri Swaminarayan Gurukul, and today we are going to show you that after 10 years, after 20 years, whatever as a student of Gurukul, whatever they learn in Gurukul, after 10, 20 years, how it looks in the real world. So today, one of the proud Gurukul alumni, a devotee, a donor, a businessman, Jigneshbhai Domadia, he is with us. And today we are going to explore his inspiring journey of his Gurukul life, his success, his Seva stories, and all about his life and about his parenting. So let us begin. Once again, Jai Swaminarayan.
Jai Swaminarayan, Swamiji. Thank you very much for bringing here for us in a first broadcast. I appreciate that, Swamiji.
Thank you very much. Let me ask you first question that how your Gurukul journey began.
So, Swamiji, if I have to say, my first journey is I was born and raised in a small village in Amreli district. Yeah. And our district has no, like, farming. We are all farmers. Not too good condition back in those days for farmers. So I remember either I have options to go to study in Gurukul, or I have to go to Surat to do diamond cutting, polishing business. So I'm a lucky one that I got admission in Rajkot Gurukul. And the reason is I got to, my father was not capable to put me in any expensive or any educational institute anywhere. So this is the Gurukul is the one that the 365 rupees a yearly fees that time. And that is the reason that I did go into Gurukul. And I'm the lucky one that who I got through all the way to here.
So after joining Gurukul, first day, how was your feeling in Gurukul? How was your first day?
I still remember first day I got to the Gurukul and they put me in one of the rooms. I still remember that it was room number 6 right next to the hall, and it was completely new for me, everything, because I never been into a city, big city, and something like systematically the Gurukul has all system that you wake up early morning, go to puja, take a shower, go to puja and all that stuff. It was completely new. I never even seen the Swamijis before, the Gurukul sadhus that, so I always making little fun that I was told Swamiji over there at that time, okay, I have seen lots of Babas with dadis and jatais and all that, but I never seen nice looking, sadhus who has all shaved and everything. So it was my good experience for the very first day. I feel good that day that I have in the right place probably.
In which year you joined Gurukul Rajkot?
I did study in 1989 batch. That's what we are. And I remember very first day at the Gurukul, night Sabha, Shastriji Maharaj was there.
So you would have darshan of Shastriji
Yes,
Maharaj.
yes. The Shastriji Maharaj was one who put Kanti on Vartman. And he given Diksha, Vartman Diksha given by Shastriji Maharaj. That was my first day at the Gurukul. I still remember those days. I can visualize that the whole scene.
So you are so fortunate that you got Vatman Diksha from Shastriji Maharaj.
Yes, yes.
Actually, I could not have darshan of Shastriji Maharaj, but you could. That's
what I said. Maybe that's the reason that I'm the lucky one that who the Swaminarayan Bhagwan was. I was completely unknown about Swaminarayan Bhagwan, and when I went to Gurukul and I got the Diksha from Swamiji, and I feel that because of that I maybe continue doing the Seva with the Gurukul.
So when you were in Gurukul Rajkot, who was your hostel in church? Swamiji's.
Yeah, that time I remember our Mahant Swami Sri Dev Prasad Das Ji Swami who was our
Hostel
in charge, and I have lots of experience and lots of memory with Swamiji.
Share a few memories which you had.
So it's a like I was one of the naughtiest kids, like who was not good kids and in the hostel life. So every time any punishment, Swamiji has given me lots of punishment. I remember one incident right now that we went to see the movie from Gurukul. And Swamiji knows that. And we are just a kid, so we think like, Swamiji cannot find it. So we think like, but now I realize, after so many years, I realized that Swamiji has thousands of kids done same thing what I did it. So Swamiji knows what I did and what I not did it, but we try to hide that stuff. So I still remember Swamiji called us all three people, one by one, called them in the room. First they called one kids in the rooms, like one of my guy asked Swamiji, asked him like, where you guys went? Oh, we went to my Foy's house. Okay. What do you eat? Second question. He said, we eat fafda and jalebi and all. And said, okay, you stay here. Now, bring other guy come inside. So other guy said, I eat bakri and cha. And I said, okay, the third one. So Swamiji said, okay, so one place, they cook 3 different items for you. And there's it. Go right now, take your bags, pack everything, get out from Gurukul. So, but then after 2 weeks or 3 weeks, we were out in the Gurukul, and then I called Swamiji back. I come and done with Swamiji, and so I request Swamiji, sorry. And he was so kind, and he said, okay, that's fine, never do again mistake. So he put us back in the Gurukul again. So it was lucky that, Swamiji took us back.
So, while in Gurukul, when Swamiji was strict, and how Swamiji's strictness impacted discipline in your life?
Oh, very important, very important. This is the whatever discipline Swamiji has that time, and that impact us in every real life, family life, and the business life. Discipline, I can say, and that's what I tell everyone, to whoever comes in my business partners, business employee. That exactly I said. Someone can motivate you for one day, but motivation cannot give you a success. The success comes from discipline, and that's exactly come from Swamiji. That very Swamiji was very punctual about everything, So I can say like I carry that legacy still, and that's why I've always been thankful to Swamiji for whatever I learned from there. Very young age.
When you were in Gurukul, like what kind of seva you used to do?
Seva, Swamiji. That time I remember we are not, I'm not favor on, I don't know still currently how many kids was like me who don't want to go to Sabha. So we love to go to Seva. Only reason is because that time we don't have to sit in the Sabha hall for 2 hours. So we decided like, let's do the Seva. That was the whole purpose of going to do the Seva. So I do Seva, the cow Seva, and they're making some fruit, sweets. So laddu they're making. So I go to that. Different seva, the construction seva, but that seva makes me, different person from there. And still that same thing we still carry on with all the Gurukuls that we are doing in America right now and everywhere. That same mentality, the seva, that same things we still carry on at Gurukul.
Can you mention few names of Swamiji who shaped your life when you were studying at Gurukul?
The biggest name came is Mahant Swamiji, Dev Prasad Das Ji Swami. There's other saints when that time. Kothari Swami teaches that turn off the water, turn off the light. Very important. He was very strict with us. Like even you go to in the morning to shower, make sure chakli ban kar do. He was standing right there and make sure that we do all the stuff that normally that helps you in real life. When you get into your own house and when you forget to turn off the lights and the electric bill comes and water bill comes, that time also you memorize that. Swamiji was give us this knowledge when a very young age. So Vandari Swami was the one who was also, I go to do the seva for Vandari Swami, Hari Prasad Swami, Jogi Swami. I go read every morning to Vachanamrutu and Jogi Swami. That time I was not too much about like that I read Vachanamrutu, I can gain something, but it was very fun. I was so much conscious about like when I go to Jogi Swami, read the Vachanamrutu, And I purposely read wrong a little bit just to see if Swamiji catching, and Swamiji was catch right away and saying, no, go back, So, and then the other purpose was to getting the lots of sakar, prasad.
Such.
Right away you read it and then you go and Swamiji was give us a prasad. I have still on my DP, I have that same picture on my WhatsApp right now.
So, which was those such emotional moments with saints, with Swamijis that still you remember? And when you remember, you feel emotional, such emotional moments with Swamiji while doing Seva or while having satsang or anything?
See, that time, Swamiji, when I was doing study, I don't have that much emotions attached that time. But after I come to US and Swamiji comes back to US and Swamiji changed lives completely after.
Right.
I can say if Swamiji doesn't come, then it might be we are not. Sorry. So this episode, when it comes to this moment, I always get this.
Yeah, it shows your love and affection with the Swamiji. But if you can express, like when elder Swamiji...
Yes, ask different question. If you want to continue. No, what I said is if Swamiji doesn't come in my life, back again after so many years, I was in a kusang. Swamiji started coming to our house. He's so pleased because when we see someone who is a kusangi, right? So what we feel is, oh, this guy cannot change. He's a kusangi. I was a top kusangi, and Swamiji was not judging me. So that's why I appreciate Swamiji.
Great. This is how we understand that how great saints, without judging us, they transform our life and they prepare us for God's Seva, God's mission, and prepare us for our ultimate destination.
They change lives, Swamiji. Number of people Swamiji touch in America, they change their life there. They become more spiritual, more towards Lord Swaminarayan, more towards the Swami's mission, Bhagavad Dharma mission, how to get more people become a devotee of Lord Swaminarayan, what Swamiji's mission is and Lord Swaminarayan's mission is. And because of the Swamiji's life, people watching Swami's personal life, like how Swamiji's life is, that inspired a lot of people there in America. And I was the luckiest. I asked Swamiji that question, that Swamiji, I come back in a satsang. Is it something because of my prarabdha? Or so Swamiji answered, very good answer Swamiji did. Swami says, it's not a prarabdha. It's one thing is that you break the you never break the Bhagavad Dharma. You did the other Dharma, what is called
Bhagavad Gita.
No, the regular Dharma that, Varnashram Dharma, yes. Varnashram Dharma, you break the Varnashram Dharma, you get a papa for that, but you love sadhus, you like to bring the sadhus to your home, you like to feed them, you like to give them the clothes and everything to them, the donation and everything them, whether you are kusangi, but you still doing kusang, but still you like the sadhus. You bring them by forcefully, you tell them to come to my house and stay there 3 days, eat at, do the prasadas and everything, and then that's what this Bhagavad Dharma that you are doing it. So that helps you to bring back to satsang. Satpurush ni drashti thi, the big elder Swami
His grace.
grace. And Swamiji said, Purush Prayatna, that your Purush Prayatna and Swamiji's grace was bringing you to this, back to satsang.
So after leaving Gurukul, were you following, continuing, or Gurukul Sanskar, or like what was your turning point from where you again revived on Gurukul Sanskar?
So when I left from Gurukul, because of my background was not, family background was not a satsangi. The father, mother was not the below, like devotee of Lord Swaminarayan. So when I go back home, my mother was doing, she became a devotee. And then I was young and I was not going in, I went to Surat and I went to different jobs and everything. I was not finished, I did study till 12th and everything. So after that, I tried to learn the business. And the business-wise, I learning all business, but I never did any religious activity, not even puja or not to visit the saints or nothing like that. For so many years, even after I went to America, like with the big gap between that, it was maybe 15 to 20 years gap.
20 years.
Yes, 20 years of gap.
20 years.
After left Gurukul to 20 years that I have no touch with the Gurukul.
Oh.
When I established my house in America, in Phoenix, Arizona, El Paso, Texas city, and then I heard that Elderji Swamiji is coming to America. I think the Swamiji was our hostel in charge.
Hostel.
And that's what my connection with Swamiji, because Swamiji has punished me a lot. So I just I want to bring the Swamiji to my house. So I call Dhirubhai Babariya and whoever in charge of the trips, making the schedules and everything. So I told them that why not Swamiji can travel from my house and then from there to they go there. And I told them I want to make sure they stay with me at least 2 or 3 days. So I feel good. I was waiting for that. Probably, I don't know why, but I was so excited to welcome Swamiji that time.
So how turning point took place?
Turning point, I can say maybe I have some good about Swamiji, and so I call Swamiji. And the funny thing is, Swamiji, I want to say is, whenever Swamiji comes to our house, the day before I have a party at home, and the next day Swamiji is coming because Swamiji comes and Swamiji talks about all Nisheda, right?
Don'ts.
Yeah, don'ts. Don't do this, don't do this, don't drink, don't eat, don't do this. And all the people who my friend, they look at me. Every time they look at me and saying, this guy is weird. One day he do all parties and next day he calls Swamiji. And Swamiji says everything about what day before not supposed to done. So this is all the stories that and that touch me when how to, what exactly the help me is Swamiji's darshan. When Swamiji comes to my house, I did darshan. It's internally start feeling something different that, I should not do that. And then slowly and gradually I quit everything. And I can say one incident that one time Swamiji came and
In Phoenix?
No, in El Paso, Texas.
Oh.
They came to my house, they did satsang. And that day I decided, I promised to my family that I will be not the same person who see me. And God helped me to do that. And since then, I never been on that route that I was before.
Great.
Lots of people who was doing same thing what I was doing, I can see them right now, Swamiji. They are either having a 3-4 stain on body, they are not eligible to walk, they are not even in the condition of to be respect person in the family, society. And I gained a lot of good stuff. In Phoenix, Arizona, in the town, nobody knows who I was, right? But people wants to have some kind of solution, the dispute solution. They call me to come and help me. That's because of Lord Swaminarayan, Swamiji, the whatever reputation I gain in the society. If someone has a problem or someone wants to buy a business, they come to me and saying, we want to buy this business is good, can you be our partner?
Yes.
So that I can say it's nothing because without this Swamiji's blessing. So that's why I get emotional.
Jigneshbhai, I came to know that you have sold your profitable business on the words of Elder Swamiji. What was that story, if you can share? Why did you sell your business and you start a new one?
So I listen Swamiji's Katha daily. If I miss for some reason, I go back and watch in YouTube. So I heard that word, that, any money that you are earning from Pap Dharma, like not violence or something, that money, it looks good to you, but it is not going to helpful to your life or your kids, to your generations. Or even Swamiji says that coming from violence or something, you do donation to the temple, that's not going to help to Swamiji's either. So, because I love to do donation and things, so and then also I am selfish about my family, that I want to make sure they don't have something bad.
They don't suffer.
Yeah, they don't suffer because of me decided to get the money from. And so I did lots of thinking about it. Because Swamiji, it's 12 different businesses, pizza business has. And I was doing $5-7 million turnover.
So what was that violence that happened in that business?
So that's what exactly I was saying, that every pizza they're making, there's 3 different meats they're putting on it. Non-veg, basically. And that non-veg is serving to the people and we making money out of it.
Right.
So that is counted as a non-veg and violence business and what against the Lord Swaminarayan's principles. So,
right.
So I decided to sell it and out of that business anymore.
So you decided to sell it just by listening Swamiji's Katha, or like you had personal conversation with Elder Swamiji?
I did talk to one time personal Swamiji. I asking lots of time. I asked Swamiji questions. Say, Swamiji, is this? It's not okay that I do donation and the pap karmas can be washed out or something. Swamiji strictly said, no, that's not going to be possible. Either any other son says to you, don't believe it. In the sense, like not as other sons, but if anybody says that, this karma can be washed out, it's not. You have to be suffered for that. So then it's like, and I decided I want to get out of this business. And 2 things can be happen. One, I can stop my bad karmas that I'm creating. The biggest thing is I make happy Swamiji and Maharaj, that I did something for Maharaj, for Swamiji, and for myself.
But you might have struggled, right? Because when you are running business successfully and you are suddenly stopping, so how did you manage it?
It is really good business. I no doubt about it. If anybody said in this current world, material world, people think that I'm the not the right person. Maybe he's a madman or what, selling the 12 running good business. People even wants to start one business in America. It's very hard to do that. It needs lots of guts, lots of knowledge, lots of things. And you have to sell all the 12 business just because of, this selling through the meat that I don't know in the beginning. I know that this is a meat I'm selling, but I get knowledge from Swamiji that this is not good to do that. So yes, the family, I have to convince the family that, this is a good business, but we have to sell it because of this reason. We will be, if Swamiji said.
So were you getting support from your family?
Yes, I got from my support from my family, full support from my family. But there is, in locally, people who are friends and family, they say why you doing that? It's stupidity, I can say, to do that kind of decision in this, business world, that people don't even understand what exactly the meaning of it. like why I'm doing it. People think different way that I'm going to lose a lot of money because all operating, running, good profit making business, you selling it just because of your Swamiji said. So that's undigestible for the people that who don't know Swamiji. But fortunately, Swamiji, after I sell the business, I got the business that I entered into medical line. I become a biggest one of the franchisee, the largest franchisee for the whole area in Phoenix, Arizona. I have physical therapy clinics business, and I have 10 clinics now. I sold 12. Got 10 clinics. I got whole territory. I got lifetime royalty business coming now because I'm a master franchisee of business. So I can, whatever the number of physical therapy opens in my area, that whatever the business they do, I get royalty out of it. So imagine I getting more pleasure now than...
You got a bigger business.
Correct. Yes. And it is, I was having faith on it. And then that faith has been fulfilled. That Swamiji said that possible, So it all depends on what you believe on. And
Great. It's really very inspiring.
Yes.
For all our Gurukul alumni.
And that's, I want to pass this message to Gurukul alumni, all the Gurukul students and whoever did the study before and who's doing study right now, that it is very, very firm from my side as a statement that whatever I'm telling right now, it's 100% true. As in, whatever I'm saying is, if you believe what Swamiji says and whatever Swamiji says to do it, I guarantee you, if you firmly believe without any hesitation, you will be in a better position than what Swamiji said to leave or something to not to do it.
So my dear Gurukul alumni, take a note of this point and don't forget this advice from Jigneshbhai. Well, Jigneshbhai, whatever training discipline you learned from Gurukul, you acquired from the Gurukul, how is it helping you in your business life?
Very good question, Swamiji, because normal tendency in the business in India and in America, even they're using lots of bad words on a business.
Foul
language and getting mad on the people, angry on people, the employees, and not feeling they are same human being like us. They have the same God that we have in ourselves. So we have to treat like normal human being that's exactly learn as a Gurukul value, whatever I learned from Gurukul. That's exactly I implementing in and that's why people, if somebody listening from whoever who know me, they all said to me that you are very down to earth, only in the sense of a business level, that I treat my employee, talking to my employee, I care about them, their families even. I treat them as my family. And that's because of the Gurukul value, what I learned from Gurukul. And I like to say to all viewers that, the life is very short, So just be a nice person as much as, and if you are a Gurukul student, then you'll already learn all the values, so you can implement. Don't listen to the people who are around you. They never been in Gurukul. They never know about Gurukul value. So don't listen to them.
In your business empire, how do your employees see you as a businessman, as a devotee, as a gentleman, how do they see you as?
So they see as a businessman, as well as a devotee, as a Lord Swaminarayan's devotee, and they all lots of my employee, lots of my co-workers, my partners. They also believe that that Maharaj is with me. They think like whatever, if I have any trouble, every business has a trouble, every business. But I have a very good patience about it. I can control it, I can pause it, and I can think that, when I'm not doing anything wrong, I'm following all commands of Lord Swaminarayan, and I'm listening what Swamiji says to do it. How come something bad happened with me? No way it's bad happened with me. And I can say that 100% that. So whenever I am trouble, it says, do the bhajan of Swaminarayan, Swaminarayan, Swaminarayan. Problem will go away. And so I listen to Swamiji's Katha, I read Vachanamrut, and every time when I read Vachanamrut, I found the solution from Vachanamrut too. So, like all my employees and managers, business partners, they are all treat me as more like as a devotee than businessman. Businessman is my second position. The first one is they look at me as a good devotee, and they all love it.
That's great. Nice. Okay. Now I'm also curious to know that in your family, what kind of spiritual environment or values you are maintaining in your family?
When I changed my life, when Swamiji started coming, since then we are doing all activities, morning pujas, artis.
So in the family, everybody, all family members, they perform puja?
Not my daughters, but my son, me, wife, my mother, we all following the very strictly. But in the house is the rest of the foods and everything, everybody follow that. There is no anything that you can find something that...
what are the common rules do you have in?
So the common rules is at my house is every day at 7 o'clock, everybody has to come to the mandir, and we start doing a small sabha, arti, stuti, and danvat. And if you notice that when Om came here, he knows more or less like Janmangals and Bhagavad Gita slok and all these stutis and everything what normally every Gurukul has doing it. And that's because of, that's exactly same tradition we have it at house. We're reading Vachanamrut, we read Shikshapatri, and any that Maharaj festival, I do Ankut at home.
Oh, right.
The reason is I do Ankut, I do little bit on a different time zone. Normally people do Ankut on Diwali, but we do Ankut at the Maharaj's birthday. Because I think if I have my son's birthday, I do celebrate very well right there. So I thought like if we do normally son's birthday and we celebrate, so then he's my God. Yes. And so if his birthday, so we do like almost 120 items or 130 items with the Ankut. And then I call all the people from town and we celebrate Maharaj's birthday at our house every year since so many years.
20 items are cooked
at home.
Great.
Yes. And we sometimes some devotees who like to bring, they bring some items from their homes too.
Sure. Right.
And in America, we do all the saints coming to our house, normally, regularly, all functions and everything at home.
Also, Jigneshbhai, you are serving in Gurukul Phoenix, right?
Yes,
you are giving your time contribution. So how do you manage and balance your business life, your family life, and your mission life, Gurukul life? Like how you are managing time?
It's because of you have to learn, and I learned that values from Gurukul, the discipline, the time management, what Swamiji says in Swamiji's Katha every time. And Swamiji, when Swamiji is talking about this, all these big books that you read, and Swamiji reads that, and Swamiji is doing that, implementing in there. So I did implementing that in my life, and I did business. People comes to me and saying, we want to come and read your brain, like how you can manage this. So the thing is, everything you do, it's called culture you develop. So every business you start, any business I start new, I want to make sure that beginningly we do everything perfect the way it's supposed to be, and make sure your employee and everybody do the same thing what you do. That is called you build the culture. And once you build that culture, that automation that start everything, then you don't have to be putting effort. But if you don't do that, then you struggle and you have to be there and you have to do it. And then it's very, very hard to do that. So if you want to be success in the business or in the spiritual life or in family life, it should be discipline and schedule is what's necessary and culture is most necessary.
So when you are sometimes giving much time in Gurukul for Seva and all, so doesn't your family ever object or they stop or they feel that they are neglected? Do you feel kind of?
Not really, Swamiji. They love it. I love it. They know exactly because, when I don't know how I can express that.
Do they have complaints like
no
giving time?
No complaints, Swamiji. No complaints. Even I go 20 days with Swamiji in Santo Domingo, or when they go for prachar in Mexico City, Mexico countries. So I go with Swamiji for 20 days. And I don't have no complaint. They don't complain about it, but they know that I love that. And my job as to feed the family, give them the whatever they need, I do fulfill that perfectly, more than their expectation. So then I have my own time for spirituality, and that's what I use that. And I don't think so they ever have any complaint about it, that I don't spend time with them. I have to maybe check now to see if they have a complaint about it.
Do you have any personal goal for Seva? Like throughout this life, before I die, I want to contribute, or I want to serve the mission of Maharaj Swamiji. Any Seva goal you have?
The Swamiji's goal is my goal. Like, that's what I believe, that if that's what I think, that Swamiji's goal is to make more people become a devotee of Lord Swaminarayan and Bhagavad Dharma. And that's what my goal is to be. My goal is to be having, personally, I believe that if in my control and my stuff, I want to make sure that every state of America has, Swaminarayan Gurukul USA. And the second dream I have is to be not only Gurukul, but we have to have a hostel or school there. If we can do that, that will be so good to be having there. Because then you can have local native people, American people, who can join the Swaminarayan Gurukul, and they know exactly who is Swaminarayan, why the Swaminarayan Sampradaya is so good. And if whatever I can utilize my energy.
Gurukul culture.
Correct.
And Gurukul values.
There is lots of Devi Jeev there. They want to know about your culture. They want to know about your religious. They want to know. But that's why I put my son here, home in study here. The reason is, if now what he know, and the language barrier we have is, but when somebody learn from you here, and now he go back and somebody asks you any questions, he has answer of it. And in his own language, basically, there is no barrier on a language barrier. So that is very important. That's exactly my dream, to be having so many Gurukuls. And every time when I heard that we are opening in Florida one, or we are planning to buying in Florida, I got excited. I was always announced something that you need any help from me, let me know. I always call Swamiji and saying, if you need any help, let me know. And tell you that. Because ultimately, Swamiji's mission is to be having more people can join the Swaminarayan Gurukul Sampradaya.
More people can get moksha.
Correct. Yes. Yes. So is that Swamiji's mission? Then I'm a part of it. So it's the same mission what Swamiji has is my mission.
Jigneshbhai, now let me know about your parenting, because you have made a very strong decision to keep on in Gurukul Bangalore, because he is born and brought up in Phoenix. So he is from different culture, different school background, and you made a decision to make him study in Gurukul Bangalore. So why did you choose Gurukul for Om?
Because there's very simple, Swamiji, because if I was a Gurukul student, so I don't have to, think about it in 1 minute even. The purpose of putting him in a Gurukul to do the study is over there. I saw the devotee's son and daughters comes to every Saturday and learning the culture and everything. And then after 5 days, they come back on Saturdays and learning the culture. But it's funny that we call our kids as coconut. From brown from outside, but inside is white. White means American.
Okay.
And brown from Indian. From outside they look brown. It means coconut. We call coconut now. We call him ABCD, American born basic confused. When they go to school, they are American. They come home, they become Indian, and so they confuse about culture. They want to do Janmashtami and Ram Navami and all that. Then when they go to school, they said, "Oh, Merry Christmas," and Thanksgiving and all this cultural difference. So they got confused when very young age. So I want to make sure that if Om comes here, there's no doubt about it that what exactly we are, who we are, and what our root is coming from, and what we should follow, and especially Gurukul, what exactly the Gurukul is, that he understands very well now. Even this morning, he was doing puja, Swamiji, and he was singing kirtan. I didn't told him to do anything. He was just doing regular puja. I remember he was doing puja in America too, but it was just a formality puja. But now I see the puja is completely his own decision to do the puja. Over there he was doing puja just because I told him to do puja. But here is different. He was singing kirtan. Yesterday we were traveling in a car. He was on the last seat. He was singing that all kind of melodies. He was telling me that he was singing Swaminarayan Dun, but different melody.
Different tunes.
Tunes. So I love it, and the reason is it was very hard for me. Yes, but one very, very important why I said one time me and Swamiji, Elder Swamiji, was in a shibir. I was in a shibir in Rishikesh. I asked Swamiji personally. I said, Swamiji, why? What is important to put kids in Gurukul? And I know answer, but I still want to hear from Swamiji. So Swamiji straightforward said, you put Om in Gurukul and you will see the difference. And Swamiji used one other example for somebody who put their kids in Gurukul in a year, and 1 year, within 3-4 months, they take him back. Swamiji said, what happened is they are selfish themselves. Like they don't want their kids to learn what they're supposed to teach them in real life, and they want to have with them. So all the conversation I still have a recording with me. And so I always having in my mind that time, Om was only 4 or 5 year old that time, but I building myself, and I was building him also you have to go to Gurukul. And so by the time he was in the 5th grade, I decided to take a decision. And I asked a couple of people that it is best time to put in a Gurukul is in the 5th and 6th and stuff. So because that time is learning. And in the Swamiji says in the Gatha that, Dharma should be, goes into early age, right? So it will stay longer. Young age, yeah. So I decided all these factors, and I just put him. It was very hard.
Yeah. After Om joined Gurukul, which was that one change or transformation that you observed that surprised you, that, oh, this was never before? Of course, you mentioned few things. But any other things like in his thought process, maturity?
Yes.
Particular incident, if you can share.
Particular incidents. First of all, let me tell you the change. What I see is that the biggest incidents I can say when he was when he was planning to come to US. He called me. I said, I'm looking for someone who can bring you here from there on the vacation. I don't want to come to pick up and go back. So I'm looking for someone to travel as a companion with him to take him to. So he called me and said, Daddy, don't worry. I can come there. You don't need to be anybody with me. I said, not because of, I don't have a doubt on you, because now you become a different person. You're very confident about that you can travel from here. Normally, some elder people cannot even traveling from here to US. And he was very confident. So I got the airlines give us tickets and saying we will help him to move from there. So I remember Jigneshbhai was dropping him at the airport, hand over to the air hostess. As soon as air hostess comes, he started WhatsApp group, and he recording himself. I'm at the counter now. I'm at the gate now. I'm in the plane now. This plane is very nice. And I got the food. Now I'm in the lounge. So all the way he was running commentary, giving me to all the way there. The biggest change I see is taking his own judgment now. He's not self-dependent. He knows what clothes needs to be wear, what needs to be washed. Now he's living with me 2 days, so I can see that change. Like what he was, towels is hanging back to the normal places. What normally kids don't do that. washing their clothes and putting into hanging back and everything, what he's supposed to I never seen that. So I can say, put your kids into Gurukul by young age, by 5th and 6th and 7th. If you can do it, then whatever your goal is to be achieved by putting in Gurukul, that will be perfectly fulfilled by that age, 5th, 6th, and that young age.
But mostly parents sometimes hesitate, not just because Gurukul is so much strict, but because they can't live without their children. So for such kind of hesitant parents, what would you like to say?
So I always give this example to my, whenever I talk to any parents in America, that, big tree has big shade. Under the shade, you put the seeds, it never grow because they need a sun. Right? So if you are thinking that you are the one who's gonna give him all kind of shades and your kids will learn everything, it will not gonna happen. If it is something happen, that will be 50%. If you think that your son is very smart right now, even it is 50%. If you put him outside, it will be 100%. So my suggestion is to all the people who wants to put their kids into, they want to get their kids succeed in the life, real life. They don't need to protect them. Then you put him to Gurukul, Swaminarayan Gurukul. And the reason is that we're living in 600 kids. It's different. I remember first 2 weeks, 3 weeks, I call him after months, I asked him, how was everything? He's like, everything is good. I said, any problem? He said, there is some problems. I said, what problem? He said, some kids was touching on my head and then when I look it back, there's nobody there and lots of people is doing kids. I said, that's what you need to learn. Exactly, that's what you need to learn. So he was talking about the cricket game also. He's like, I go to play the cricket, 2 days, they not give me batting. My turn not comes. They always put me in a fielding. So I said, when you start taking batting, then you will come back to America. That was exactly I put you there to do batting there. So that's important. I said, you have to be a street smart, and that's exactly the kids become when they learn they stay in a hostel, living in a Gurukul. That's exactly they learn how to be a street smart.
Actually, we would like to congratulate you as a parents, because as a parents we have taken on from comfort zone to challenge zone, growth zone.
Yes, Swamiji.
And that's why he's learning, growing here.
So comfort is 100%. It is a very good experience on the first day when I bring him here. He has his own private room, private bathrooms, everything like you can see, if you see his room is a luxury room there in my house there in America. And when I bring him here, I remember first day when I was taking him, he was like, Daddy, I want to get to use the restroom. I said, okay, let's go. I'll show you. And he opened the one bathroom. It was water on the toilet seat. And then second and third, everything water. He was like, Daddy, everybody has water. What should I do? I said, no, you put and flip it and water will go away. Don't worry about it. You have to use it no matter what. This is 10 bathroom here. You have only one. Here is your 10. Choose whatever you like it. So that's exactly learned now. Now he from America, it's easy for him to be land anytime in the future. He don't have no fear of like talking. He speak very good Hindi now, very good Gujarati now, and so maybe a little bit of Kannada. But it's a very good experience by putting him here.
So thank you so much, Jigneshbhai. And you have really inspired our Gurukul alumni. So at last, what would be your final message to all our Gurukul alumni, those who are watching us? So one final message for Gurukul alumni.
So thank you very much, Swamiji, for this opportunity. For this message for all the viewers who watching this, even alumni. Hello, Gurukul alumni and students. I'm not well educated. I did up to 12th grade, but because of the Swamiji's blessing, Lord Swaminarayan blessing, and Gurukul, Swaminarayan Gurukul value, I achieved everything what I have right now. I firmly believe that every student who study in Gurukul, they should keep their Gurukul value. That value will bring you to the level where you want to achieve. Everybody has their own dreams to become a very successful, very respectable in the society and everything. And I can assure you that that if you keep the Gurukul value, keep the Santos Swamijis and whoever you are touch with Swamijis, keep relation with Swamijis, get guidance from the Swamijis when time to time you talk to Swamijis, call them, be in touch, come and meet the Swamiji, and I can assure you that as my personal experience that you will achieve what you want to achieve. And keep all the values that you learn in Gurukul, like all the Shikshapatri values and all the values that you have. So I'm a firm believer that if you keep that, you will be very successful. Thank you.
Also, our parents are watching this podcast. So, for parents, one final message. What would you like to give?
This is a lovely message for parents, because I did achieve myself. I did put my son to do study here in Gurukul. So, as I said before, that we all love our kids, and you maybe love your kids, and I love my son. But the thing is, if you really love your kids, then make sure that you put him at the Swaminarayan Gurukul. That way you can get the better sanskar, better knowledge, better independence. The kids become and better person as a judgment wise, better street smart kids become. Because we all are selfish and we want to keep the kids with us. But as my personal experience, that make sure you just control that and put the kids into Gurukul, and you will be amazed after 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, your kids stay in a Gurukul, and when the kids comes home, you will be amazed at how the good result you can see on them, and he will be a good citizen of India or wherever he is going to be.
Thank you very much, Jigneshbhai, for coming to our Gurukul podcast. This was the first podcast, and we are very much happy to have you in our first podcast. We pray to Bhagwan Shri Swaminarayan. May Bhagwan Swaminarayan bless all our Gurukul alumni and our parents to be with Gurukul. Thank you very much, Jigneshbhai, for coming to our podcast. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Scotty. Thank you.